Hello YouTube family, welcome back to another video. I come to teach you guys some more nuggets for today. So let's get straight into it. What I wanted to show you guys is something that I always show. The same setup happens on every single market, and it especially happens on futures because these are very manipulated markets. So basically, like I said before, we move bit from order block to order block, right? So we are looking here at a price action on Friday 11 April, right? So this over here is another block from the previous day. I always look for order blocks from previous days. So I had another block here from Thursday. Price tapped into this order block. Now I am on the 15 minutes. I am on the 15 minutes time frame. So what do we always look for? We always look for a manipulation, right? We manipulate this low and then we make a break of structure to the opposite side, right? So what do we always look for? I always go for a 69% retracement, right? Which goes perfectly with a 2 minutes order block that we can find here. So here we have a 2 minutes order block. You can start following this from the 1 minute time frame, right? This happened around 1 in the morning. This is a 1 minute break of structure. This is another minute break of structure. So we have a break of structure on the 1 minute, we have a break of structure on the 5 minutes, and then we have a break of structure on the 15 minutes. All the time frames are aligning. So we also have a 2 minutes order block here, right? Which goes perfectly with the 69% retracement. Like I said in many of my videos before, you have to look at it this way. This is not just a retracement, right? We're looking at a price chart. This is all price. So you have to look at it this way. This is a 69 discount price, right? So if we want to keep going up, we want a discount price for us to make the most money possible. And when I say us, I don't mean just me, I don't mean just you, I mean institutional money that is manipulating these markets at this point in time. In fact, you can see how all points of liquidity were formed here. There's a low here, which are points of liquidity. There's another low here, which is a point of interest. There's another low here that was created, which is a pool of liquidity. And then there's a lot of people buying here. You have to think it this way. There's a lot of people buying here because they want to get on the next move, which we do want as well, but we are a little more patient. All these people in here are impatient, people that are not patient, right? Traders that are not patient. And you have to think at it this way. Trading is a zero-sum game. You can look that up if you don't know what that is, but basically just means that whatever money you make, you somebody else is losing. When you lose, somebody else is making your money, right? So we want their money and they want our money. That's basically how it's working. So all these people here, they are impatient. So people are jumping in buys here, their stop loss is right here, liquidity. More people saw this, they want to get involved, so they buy a little more over here because they see this going up, so they want to get involved over here. Their stop loss is right here, they get stopped out, and then all these candles up start going up, so there's more people buying here, right? Where is the stop losses hanging out? Their stop loss is hanging out right here. We also get them, but we also get this, but not just randomly, right? We come to tap into this 2 minutes order block. Order blocks, like I said to you guys, you have to, everything is fractal, right? Everything is repeating itself over and over again. And so if you look at it, you can look like there's an order block over here. Price comes into the order block, which is also a manipulation because this order block, this price over here manipulated this to this double top. That's literally, sorry, this is not the right one. There's a double top here. You can see the 2 weeks. You have to also learn how to look at price in weeks. This is all price. These are not just weeks. Everything here is price. So there's a pool of liquidity here, right? Because there's people buying here, the stop loss is hanging out just below the low. There's more people buying here, the stop loss is hanging out just below the low. So why is this an important area? Because this was an area of manipulation, right? In fact, you can see how this is also another block. Price made another block within another block. We were actually in this trade, right? So we had another block. Price came into the other block and formed another order block. Now, inside that order block, price came, manipulated this low, and created another order block. There's another order block here as well. This is why our entry always go right. Not we don't cover just the order block, right? We cover the full area. Although if price does does not respect this order block, there's a big chance that this is going to be a losing trade, right? So what's interesting is that we tapped into the order block, we created a lot of points of liquidity, we created another block, we liquidated everyone that was here, we liquidated these people, we liquidated these people, we liquidated these people, we tapped into the other block, and then we started going up. While we went up, we also made more order blocks, right? So today's Monday, it's already 12:30. I need to get some sleep. These are my points of interest for tomorrow, which are order blocks, right? So you need to start learning about order blocks, right? So order blocks are very important points of interest. There's order blocks within order blocks. It's all fractal. If you find another block, it's a point of interest. Once price it's inside that order block, if it does a manipulation, and while it does a manipulation, it also leaves another block, there's a sign that there is something going on over there, because order blocks are usually created by big institutions, right? It's called an order block because it's literally a block of orders, right? There's many orders involved in that block. So that's all I really had to tell you guys. These are some nuggets that I have been sharing in a lot of my videos. If you have been watching my videos, if you never watched, I would advise you to go and watch my videos. But this is basically what I trade, what honestly I see happening over and over again, right? This is happening over and over again, and you can see how the big institution, they want to get in at the best price possible, which is below the 69% retracement, which is not just a retracement, right? It's a discount. It's a discount price. It's premium. They are making a lot of money by getting the best price possible, and so are we. We are patient traders, right? We do not jump here, we do not jump here, we do not jump here. We jump at the best price possible. If it does not come below 69, it doesn't even make sense for us to get it, because then our risk reward ratio is going to be a lot smaller, right? So we'll need a higher win rate for us to be profitable. And yeah, again, that's what I wanted to show you guys. I hope your trading week will be amazing, and I hope all the best to you. See you on the next video. Peace.